every year as a result of the subcontinent's monsoon seasons, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people are affected by deadly floods. Be it India, Pakistan, Nepal, or even Bangladesh, many are affected by deadly floods. Which is why these climate adaptation projects from Pakistan and Bangladesh will be helping millions in need.
This is Khudibari, a village in Islampur of Jamalpur district in Bangladesh. What you see here are indigenous two-story housing structures built to help people survive a growing threat: floods. Bangladesh is one of the nations facing the greatest risk from climate change-driven flooding. The Khudibari, or tiny house, are resilient homes that stand on bamboo stilts rising out of the flood waters. Making it easy to move to safer locations when needed. Just last year, when the annual monsoon flood waters swelled the country's mighty Brahmaputra river, this 40-year-old farmer did not have to abandon his home for the first time in his life. He just had to climb up a ladder and wait out the waters.
In the past, the houses would fall apart when we tried to disassemble them. The bamboo poles were just useless. But it's not the same now, since the bamboo poles of these houses go down to the ground, wrapped in steel covers, so the poles don't directly touch the soil. That's why they don't rot.
So how does the solution work? Fleeing homes during the floods is part of many Bangladeshis' lives. This is what made Marina Thabasum an award-winning architect. Initially, she built 17 prototypes in the village.
It's a knockdown system, so it can be assembled, disassembled very easily. It's a mobile, modular system, so that's why it can be moved from one location to another. And being a modular system, you can add and it can be scaled up and down. It uses local material, and as such, the cost is much lower. At the moment, it costs about $450 per house, including labor.
If the water level is waist high, we can still stay here. If it rises to the chest or even cheek level, still we can stay in this house since it's a two-story house.
Climate preparedness projects like this have become the need of the hour. Thousands of kilometers away to Bangladesh's west, in Pakistan, another architect is helping fortify rural communities that live on the front lines of the havoc wrought by climate change. Meet 82-year-old Yasim Lari, Pakistan's first female architect who made these settlements in the Pono village in the Sindh province of Pakistan. Her pilot project is credited with saving families from the worst of the catastrophic monsoon flooding.
My dream for some years now that we should build in a manner, or that I should get the skills of building into hands of everybody in my country, and the poor particularly, who can build so that they will not be displaced. So this has been something that I've been wanting to do, and I don't use any cement whatsoever, nor any steel. And so, so we applied the same formula, and so everything is elevated so that when the waters come in, they won't affect anything. And then bamboo is something that I've been using since 2009. So I learned how to use it, and we've been using it in earthquake areas as well as flood areas, and they have survived very well because they are very well designed.
But what about the areas where Lari and Thabasum's help cannot reach? Residents in flood-ravaged areas of Pakistan have appealed for assistance after back-to-back years of devastating monsoon rains plunged their lives into misery. With two major floods in the last 2 years, the urgency for aid is underscored by the escalating threat of climate change, with Pakistan standing as one of the countries most vulnerable to global warming.
We lost everything to the floods. Our homes, our crops, our livelihoods, everything. The grains that we had rationed are all washed away. Our livestock was killed. It's been almost 2 years and you can see the water is still there.
Pakistan's Sindh province has borne the economic brunt once again, sustaining 70% of the losses and damage caused by the floods. Access to essential services, including clean drinking water and health facilities, still remain a critical challenge for thousands. The worst affected regions, especially Sindh's remote areas, are still awaiting promised relief from the government and the international community. Back in Bangladesh, the Awami League, helmed by the country's Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, listed protecting the country's environment in its manifesto during the election campaign. The fact is, Bangladesh will be put to test yet again this year during the monsoons. The question is, will there be enough climate action before the river swells again?